Hey guys, welcome back to another JC Tennis video. I have a crazy story today for you guys. If you haven't seen my video from a couple days ago, it talked about Sascha Zverev and him opening up about some stuff after his round one loss at Wimbledon to Arthur Rinderknech. He just talked about basically feeling alone in life, feeling lost on the court and outside of the court, and some other comments kind of related to that. He talked about maybe needing to go to therapy and things of that nature, just basically being in a hole, having a hard time, stuff like that. So Sasha's brother Mischa, I'm sure a lot of you guys know Mischa Zverev. He was a professional tennis player, but a little bit before Sasha was. He's a little bit older. He's been on Zverev's team. He's helped coach him at points during his career, and it seems like the two still talk regularly. But Mischa really had no sympathy on these Sasha comments. He basically was saying that Zverev has it easy and that kids in Africa have it harder. That's a quote. But I'll read some of it with you guys just so you can get kind of a full idea of what Mischa had to say. So the article starts kind of just talking about what Zverev said, what I kind of just ran you through. And then Mischa Zverev weighed in on the comments. So Mischa said he's doing well. He is lost. Of course you're sad and disappointed, but that's all part of it. But he's fine, not like the last few years when he twisted his ankle or anything. It's sad. It's a shame that he lost. I don't know what his statements do to me. This is the first time I've heard that. If he says something about it, it's good. I'm mostly a listener. Nothing major has been signaled. I'm learning a lot of things from you too. It feels like something major has been signaled, to be honest. Mischa then said, I've just been to see him. He seems to be okay. We talked about various things, including positive things, including the match. We also talked about things that are fun and things that we can do in the coming weeks, but it all seemed positive. So I guess he was very surprised to hear what Zverev said in his press conference. Mischa said, well, life in many countries is very, very hard. I think life is much harder for many children in Africa than it is for a tennis player at Wimbledon. Mischa then said, having my own children, I've become very down to earth and think very rational about it. Of course, the life is hard, but there are millions of other people who have a hard life. But we are in the public eye very much. Of course, I look at everything, but a day or two after an event, we get together again and talk about the issue again. A few hours or a few minutes after the event, people are still completely different. I observe and then I try to help if I can help. And then he kind of just talks about more of the same stuff. I read this earlier, kind of how the expectation was high after Australia. Then it's been kind of a roller coaster, some losses that weren't expected, early losses. And it's been just a weird year for Sasha, up and down for sure. But yeah, Mischa, a lot of people online saw those comments from Mischa and were very surprised. I think when you read the whole thing more in context, it's not as shocking. If you just see the quote about the children in Africa and everything, it can seem like, man, that's crazy. But it also feels like maybe Sasha's not fully opening up to Mischa or the rest of his kind of family, because his family is his coaches. Essentially, his dad is his coach. I think Sasha also made a comment about maybe moving on from having his dad as his coach, which I wouldn't be surprised to see that actually come to fruition here in the near future. So we'll see. It seems like maybe Sasha's different in his own head versus what he's actually communicating to his brother and his dad. So very interesting stuff, but you see the headline. Alexander Zverev's brother gives harsh reaction to his alarming Wimbledon comments, and that's really what it is. But that's really all I have for this one, guys. Just wanted to show you what Mischa had to say. A lot of people talking about it online. And I'll see you guys next time soon.